Hey everybody, welcome back to Astronaut Lounge. I'm Poppa Stonks, and today we've got BitSniper. BitSniper is a 2E, what was it, a PvP game? Player versus player. I've seen some previews of this game, and it looks pretty clean, man. This is definitely, kind of the game that I would. I'm not a gamer myself, but this that I would actually play. So, I said, if you guys want to give an introduction of yourselves, a little history, your history and the background, and we the project.
All right. Thank you, Papa. Thank you for that beautiful introduction. I'm Kuku Koala. I've been in this space for around roughly 4 years now, and during my time on the DeFi side of things, I've represented many projects, and I've been elected as an official speaker in those projects. And those projects are still operating and doing massively well in this space. And recently, I think around a couple of months back, or almost a year, I came across these innovative people who wanted to actually change the way the play to earn space operated. Because I have been a player, especially a play to earn investor myself. I didn't only invest, I also used to play those games. And I was always fascinated with the idea of people playing to earn actual money. But I did figure out or noticed those play to earn models, no matter how much overinflated the market caps were or how famous they were back then, is that they lacked that sustainability and they lacked that passion in order to proceed further with the developments, et cetera, and et cetera. So when I came across these innovative people, the core members of BitSniper, I checked what they had going on in the back end, how the game was looking, how basically the developer team is operating is what made me super excited and super bullish on this project. And right off the bat, I decided that I would love to represent this innovation in this space. And that's it about myself. Thank you.
Awesome, man.
All right,
Whoever wants to go.
yeah. I'm sorry for interrupting. My name is Niels. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer of BitSniper. I know Yari, the CEO, for a very long time, and I've been an enthusiastic gamer since the day I've learned to operate my hands. So I've been looking into ways to do something with that. I've been streaming on and off in my younger days, and then in 2018 I started with getting involved into crypto, investing in small projects, seeing them grow and watching them collapse. And we've all been there, I think. And I think almost a little over a year ago now, we decided as a core team to start Project BitSniper. And since the day we started, it has been a pleasure to wake up every morning knowing that this is the project that I'm working on with a very talented team around me.
All right,
Hey
awesome.
guys. Hi guys. Hey.
Hey,
My name is
Yari.
Yari. Hey, hi. I'm the CEO of BitSnipe, and like Niels said, sorry, I have a bit of sore throat if I might cough a bit, but I'm sorry. We've known each other for like years, from starting from school together and like playing together as teenagers, and the passion for gaming was always there. And me myself started with crypto in late 2017. First, buying some tokens, trading some tokens. I've did some day trading, and like we have worked together. We helped some people with the project and their marketing. And like Neil said, like little over a year ago, we decided it was time to do something for ourselves. We saw what other projects lacked, and we came up with ways to fill in the spots that other people missed, and that's how we came up with the idea for BitSniper. So yeah.
Let me add to that. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Thank you, Poppa Stonks, for having us here.
It's a pleasure to be here, and
Yeah.
it's really nice to chat with all of you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for coming and sharing the project. Real quick, what chain is the token going to be on?
Okay, so we have like a dual token economy. First, we have the main token that is going to be the Bullet token. It's on the Binance Smart Chain, and we have the in-game token. It is the Bullet P token, and it's on the Polygon chain, and that's the in-game, like I said, the in-game token.
Okay. And having it on multiple chains, like the in-game token on Poly, is there a reason for that? Is it gas, or what's the reason behind that?
I mean, the reason why we basically come up with this dual token model in the first place, as I said, we did not just come up a month ago that we're going to do the game and then we're going to have the dual token mechanism for this game. We did review the other play to earn models. I'm talking about the then famous play to earn models, which unfortunately eventually crashed. So the pattern that was similar about those play to earn games was that they only had one token, and all the sell pressure was sort of associated with that core token, which discouraged, because you're going to have two types of people, even if it's a play to earn game. You're going to have players and you're going to have long-term investors. So because of players selling the token, it actually made the price extremely volatile, and which discouraged the investors to sell their bags and then leave the project. So in order to counter that, we introduced the reward token, which is the Bullet P token on Polygon. Now this Bullet P token is basically what players will be earning while they will be competing against each other in game. And the Bullet token is more like a stakeholder token, which people, investors, or even players can stake and earn passive income on that as well. Now this cross chain does not only counter the sell pressure on the native token, it as well gives the project the accessibility of both the chains, and to all the way from smaller transaction fees to faster transaction speeds on Polygon network. So this is why we actually chose the dual token model for BitSniper.
Okay, awesome. All right. Let's talk about, how did you guys develop this project? Did you have any seed raises, or was this all self-funded?
So
Yeah, so
go.
oh yeah, sorry, Kuku, go ahead, please.
Sorry, Zelvo.
Yeah, go ahead, please. If you yeah, you can.
Okay, so I mean, like when we started roughly a year ago, I think quarter 3, 2022, we did the reviews. Like, I think pre that 6 to 4 months ago, we started doing the reviews. We started playing or experiencing multiple play to earn games, and then we eventually decided, so these are the shortcomings of these play to earn games. And is when the team, the core team members, started developing this game. Yes, initially the funding was straight from their pockets, because they are very well connected with developers from Tencent and Ubisoft Industries, and those are the people. That's the game dev team that has actually designed the game, the graphics that you guys are seeing, the in-game graphics, and we reached to a point where we wanted to massively market the game in order to showcase what and all changes we made to the existing or to the previous play to earn models. So all the way from that point up until now, the development and everything has come straight right off the pockets of our founders.
All right, awesome.
So if I can add, I'm sorry. If I can add to that, so as Kuku says, primarily everything is from founders. However, we have done our private sale as well. So that's mostly friends and family that were interested in the project. They've seen what we've been doing. They have trust in us and that we can make this into something very big. So they really, so some of them even came into crypto because of the BitSniper project. They were not involved in any crypto-related things, but since they know us from friends and family through games, they just wanted to be a part of this amazing experience.
That's awesome, man. So, how much did you raise with the private sale, and like what percentage of the supply was allocated to that?
Yes. If you we have in the white paper it says we have 5% reserved for private sales, and I'm thinking about the exact numbers here, but we're filling the parts of the private sale later on as we go. So the 5% has not been allocated to people yet.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean, I wouldn't think it would be allocated yet. You're not launched yet. So, okay. So at launch, at token launch, is this game going to be re like able to play? Is it going to be, on iOS or, the Play Store? Where are people going to access this game?
So as of right now, we're working on computer development mostly, but we want to keep the game as simple as possible. So we're looking into ways of launching on mobile devices as well, consoles, pretty much anything. But since crypto is very much on mobile devices and desktops, laptops, whatever, that's where we will start launching the playable version of BitSniper.
Yeah, if I can add to that, we just want to start with something simple, something workable, like a working play-to-earn model with a simple map design and just player versus player. After that, we are planning on releasing new maps, big NFT inputs, like you can buy and upgrade your weapons. We can do like online multiplayer with maybe team deathmatch, squad deathmatch, etc. The plans we have are like out of this world, but we will start off small with something workable that we can release really quickly after we have launched, and we just want to make something that will be like the basis of something bigger, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I know you guys. So you had a small private sale, um, and you've got the early bird sale coming up before the fair launch. So is that, basically another like a pre-sale raise, or um,
Yeah,
what's
okay, so like the early bird, we did the early bird. It was not first in our like in our roadmap. But we had some tokens left from the private sale. We almost sold out everything in the private sale. But we had some tokens left, and we wanted to offer those tokens to early adapters of our project, like the guys that came in right away and people that were really excited and asked us if they still could participate in the private sale. But yeah, like Niels said, the private sale was mainly for people we knew and friends, family. etc. So we still wanted to keep, still wanted to give people the opportunity to buy in really quickly, so really early. So that's why we came up with the early bird on our website, and it will start in 5 days from now. So yeah, people still have the chance to buy this like on a big discount from the fair launch price.
Okay, and yeah, so let's touch on that. What is the fair launch price going to be, and how much of a discount are the private sale and early bird investors getting?
Okay, yeah, so that will depend on how much we raise on the fair sale, on the pink sale fair launch, but it will be roughly 15 to 25% discount on the fair launch. It will highly depend on how much we raise, but that are some rough numbers that we have thought about. We have an idea of how much we are going to raise, but we don't want to tell it here. We will keep it for ourselves. But yeah, that is what we use to calculate how much tokens we can sell and at what price.
Yes, so to add, we have the pre-sale, and that's a set price. The price of the pre-sale is based on studying many projects that do fair launches, and then if we exceed those expectations that we've set for our fair launch, which with the content I've seen that's coming, I know we will. The price difference will be even bigger. So the discount for people in the early bird will be even higher than what we've expected, if you will.
Hmm. Okay. And now, obviously, you know the bullet P, that's going to be the in-game currency. This fair launch is just for the BSC token, correct?
Yes, exactly. The main token is the Binance Smart Chain token. Yes.
Yep. And so, you know, once the game's out and people are able to, you know, start getting the in-game token, how do they go about that? Are they going to be able to swap their BSC tokens for the in-game tokens? Is there going to be a fiat on-ramp for people that don't want to, you know, they just want to play the game, um, and they don't want to bother really with going through and, you know, getting B&B, swapping it for, you know what I mean?
So yeah, you lagged a bit. I don't know if I'm also lagging, but if I understand your question correctly, how can people go from the normal bullet token to the bullet P token, right? That was the question.
Yes.
Okay, so we will have an easy to use plugin that people can use to swap their tokens. First off, we will start with like the biggest, most used tokens like BNB, BUSD, etc., USDC. And we also want to make it possible in the future for people to swap their, like, let's say, other altcoins for our token. We want to, like we said, we want to make it really easy for everybody. And that will be like the crypto people, but also the normal gamers to get into crypto gaming. So we don't want anything difficult like you first have to buy this token there, then you have to bridge it over to your other wallet, and then you can swap it for in-game tokens. We want to make a really easy, simple to use plugin on the website, so that everybody can start playing as soon as possible without doing like multiple steps of buying different tokens, swapping, etc. To come up with like the in-game token.
All right, perfect. Obviously, I'm sure you're going to have, uh, you know, you're not going to accept just any random tokens to swap over for yours. Um, so it'd probably just be kind of the blue chips, right? Blue chips and stables.
The bigger ones that are going to be
Yeah.
swappable.
And So, how much, if people are buying the in-game currency, what, what is the benefit to the regular token holders? Um, what is their revenue coming back in from people upgrading NFTs, or
Okay, so I mean, so the whole setup, right? The revenue model that we have set in place, it basically benefits both the tokens, the native token, which is the stakeholder token, as well as the reward token. So talking about the stakeholder token, I mean, whatever revenue model we have in place, all the way from advertisements to merchandise to small fees on transactions in game or in our marketplace for the NFTs, the cosmetic items for the games, all of that will be used for the development, for the staking pools, wherein people can stake their BSC bullet tokens, as well as to sort of boost the random rewards that players will win. Now, the thing that's backing the value of bullet P, that is the reward token, is a percentage that will be sort of associated from all of these revenue models that I mentioned, and will be attached to the reward token. So the way BitSniper actually works in terms of rewarding its users, it's not just like any other game wherein you mint or you produce tokens out of thin air. It's not like that. It is a combat game. So you will have to combat in an arena or in a league, whatever they're going to choose as per their risk to reward factor, or I mean, their tolerance for risk. For example, there is an arena and there are like 5 players. So based on what the leaderboard displays after the game concludes, the artificial intelligence mechanism that's already integrated in the game will automatically take all the tokens that was used by those 5 players to enter that arena and then distribute those tokens accordingly. So it is actually a fair exchange of tokens from one player to another. It is not that the value of the token or we are printing it out of thin air. So that is the only reason why we think this is the best durable model out there in the play-to-earn space. And I'll have to touch a little bit more once I get to give you guys, once I get the time to give you guys my turn to give you guys an insight about how the whole system works, and what and all integrations in terms of innovations we have associated with the project, and why do we think that is the best stable durable model out there in the play-to-earn space. I would love to explain that. Thank you.
yeah, yeah, 100%. So basically, these people are they're putting down money to, they're betting on themselves in this
Exactly.
battle.
Exactly. It is a
Okay.
fair match. It is a fair match. They're not hurting. They're not hurting the currency. They're not hurting the durability of the project. They are basically entering a league and then sort of putting their skills, gaming skills, right, fastest fingers first, to a
Mhm.
test. Like, we know we have a lot of game enthusiasts all over the world, and those people have been playing the traditional games produced by traditional game giants for years and years, and they have become so good at it that I literally saw a video, I think day before yesterday. A player was playing with his with 8 of his fingers, right? Which was crazy to actually witness. So this is the sort of passion that the gamers have for the games. But what are they getting in return? Nothing. All the money that that particular producer of the game or the organization is making, they're just associating it with their organization and overinflating it. In turn, they're only increasing the costs of the game, the costs of the in-game items, etc., and etc. So BitSniper is here to offer you the same experience, to offer you the same graphic, to offer you the same improvement as you move on. And a part of that improvement is going to be automated without any human intervention, is where the AI part comes into play. So what that AI part actually does is there will be a feedback, an active feedback system. As player play the game, they can literally feed their feedbacks, whether they want the particular thing to be this way or that way, based on their experience, of course. As soon as they feed it, the system, the artificial intelligent mechanism will automatically review through all those feedbacks and pick up the best one and incorporate it accordingly, be it regarding a map, be it regarding the environment of the play, or be it regarding the, what do you call, the frequently occurring sequence, right? It will change it and make it more interesting. So there's actually a lot more to the game, which I will definitely dissect as I move on, starting all the way from what basically motivated us to come up with this sort of play to earn game. I mean, it's AAA rated, right? I mean, you hardly see AAA rated games being onboarded on crypto, right? And making it play to earn, and that too in a durable way. So all the way from that to what and all subcategories we have targeted and implemented or integrated under the BitSniper banner accordingly. So I would definitely dissect into that as we move on.
All right, perfect, man. Yeah, so if you would just want to go through the go through the rest of the presentation, and then we'll dissect it as you
Beautiful.
go.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I was actually waiting for you to say that. Thank you, Papa. So, guys, so talking about BitSniper, I mean, just coming up and telling you guys that's a AAA rated combat play to earn game. We have made it stable, durable, etc., etc. Is not going to cut it, right? If you were I mean, because that way you're going to take it just like any other play to earn models that you have there available or at your disposal. You can literally go and invest in any of them. Why invest in BitSniper? Well, before I talk about the game, it is important to understand the strength of subcategories constituting BitSniper. If I'll just pull up the white paper up real quick, the subcategories that I mentioned are three, which is the game industry, because it is a game, of course, the global NFT market, as well as the global AI market analysis. If I'll have to talk about the game and give you guys a rough idea what the growth or what the market share of the gaming industry alone looks like. So I'm not going to go far back when the games were released in the 90s. I'm just going to give you a more recent figure. So in 2021, we were sitting at a $196 billion market for gaming sector alone, which happened to increase constantly, roughly by a percentage of 12.9% annually, right? And if it continues to increase by the same rate, which we expect is going to grow as more technology, more innovations are introduced, definitely the adoption will grow automatically, right? So even if it stays the same, by 2027, we're looking at a $405 billion market. And that's the first integration. The second one is NFT. Everybody loves NFT, non-fungible tokens, right? Now, as of 2021, again, I'm going to give the most recent figure, which at 2021, quarter three, it was around $18.47 billion. And if it keeps on increasing at the same rate, by 2030, we're going to see a market share of $80 billion for NFTs alone. Now, I mean, last but not the least, the AI, about which the hype has been going on in the space for quite some time now, right? It was recently introduced. We saw that it started from around $1 billion market share, right? In around I think around $458 million in 2016, and it has constantly been increasing, and not constantly, it has been doubling every year, the adoption as well as the money that's being poured into this innovation. And by 2025 alone, we're looking at a market cap of $60 billion. Now, what constitutes BitSniper is in itself growing rapidly, which is AI, the NFTs, as well as the game itself. Now, as I mentioned earlier, like, we did not come up with the game or the durability mechanism, et cetera, overnight. It took us a lot of time, over a year and a couple of months for the review and for the analysis, like wherein we actively play the play to earn game, be it Farmers World, Bomb Crypto. I'm giving you examples, right? I'm not gonna name the games that are actually operating as of now and haven't crashed, and I hope they don't. But we did notice the same model or the same durability mechanism incorporated in those games as well. But let's talk about the ones that crashed. So they lacked the ease of use, right? They made the game a little bit too let me just go to this page real quick. Yeah, they made the game a little bit more complex. You had to buy, like how Jari mentioned, like you had to buy this token and that token, use this token there, that token here, which basically discouraged a lot of investors, because the way this whole system was designed, it was not user friendly. So we sort of overcame um, the first factor. The second factor we basically noticed was centralization. This is something that's common in the traditional ways how people play games, right? I'm talking about other big game giants, right? So your account will get restricted. Your account will get deleted without any further notice. So there's a lack of centralization. What is it that they're doing with the money? First of all, you're not included in that money, whatever the giants are making. Now, talking about play to earn space, we have seen manipulations. We have seen token manipulations, price manipulations. We have actually seen the deductions in the rewards without actively informing the community. Now, we overcame that by simply being more decentralized with the adoption of blockchain technology first and foremost, and with the adoption of AI technology, which basically automates 80% of whatever is going on in the game. So it's not going to feel sentimental by looking at a lot of money and then just take it for itself, right? It's AI. Now, moving on about the ways to earn money. This was one of the major drawbacks in those earlier models of play to earn. Now, the major drawback was that they only had their primary, for example, source was to do the transactions and to charge on the transactions and to basically use a percentage of those transactions to again reward the players, right? Which was hyper inflationary and which eventually resulted in their crash. We fixed it, like how Zero mentioned. We introduced the first ever dual token based play to earn system, right? There's going to be a reward token, which is Bullet P. I'm going to touch a little bit more about that later, but let's move over to the next one, which was sustainability. The points that I covered, lack of decentralization, lack of more ways to earn money, a complex system basically made them not so sustainable, right? So we overcame that because we have made the whole system better. Now, if I'll have to associate all the drawbacks I pointed out for other play to earn models or the traditional gaming industry and correct it for BitSniper, for the sustainability of the project, we initially are targeting on the fees, right? There is going to be a fee, a small fee perhaps, on primarily the trading fee on the token itself. As per the white paper, it says 5% for sell, 5% for buy, which is only going to decrease as we move on. As the more system grows stronger, the smart contract has been designed in a way that it automatically will decrease that fee for the users, giving them the ease of transactions even more and increasing adoption at the same time. Now, there are also other fees that are associated because of the ways we have implemented in the game. First of all, it is the in-game marketplace. There's going to be a marketplace, and wherein you will be able to purchase NFTs. So what are these NFTs for? What these NFTs do? These NFTs basically are the cosmetics of these NFTs are going to be weapons, weapons. It's going to be the gear. It's also going to be the customizations. If you want your player to look different than the rest, or if you want to dominate them only by your look, you will opt for that option. And again, a small percentage of this fee will also go towards backing the project. Will also go towards supporting the staking rewards, the staking rewards, and the project development. Now, going on about platform fee. Every time there is a match between two players or multiple players, whenever the rewards will be distributed after the match concludes, the rewards or the tokens, Bullet P tokens, will transfer from one player, or a percentage of it will transfer from one player to the player that's on the top in the leaderboard. While that transfer happens, we're going to be charging a small commission. You're not even going to notice that commission was there in the first place, because we want to increase the volume, right? Based on the volume, that commission will look massive. So initially, we are keeping it to a point where it looks very minimum. So that fee or commission again, will be used for the staking pool, supporting the staking pool, also the game developments and the rewards. The rewards are not play to earn. These rewards are different. These rewards are random because you don't have to cater to the play to earn mechanism because it's a transfer of tokens, like how I mentioned earlier, right? It's based on your skill. If you're a good player, you definitely will win. If you know how to sort of scale your losses or scale risk, you will eventually end up winning in the game as you, as you climb in the leagues of the game. Now, moving on, talking a little bit in an elaborate fashion about the revenue model. So the actual revenue model, apart from what I just mentioned, will come from advertising. We are definitely looking forward to do advertisements in our game because we do think that it's going to attract a lot of interested companies to advertise with our platform. The way we have developed it, the way it looks, we only have shared one in-game trailer. Wait, when we release more, you guys are definitely going to love what you see. Now, advertising. I'm going to give you an example of the arcade game industry, right? Arcade game, stress buster games, right? 1 minute, 2 minute, 20-minute games. So, there is an abundance of those games on Play Store, on iOS Store, and from what we reviewed is that throughout your playtime, the game, those ads, 5-second, 3-second, 10-second ads are gonna pop up from time to time. Now, the popping up of those ads for all the games that are currently listed on Play Store, it has generated tens of billions of dollars in revenue alone. So that's the power of advertisements, right? And we incorporated it. Now, the in-game purchases. There will be an item shop, of course, for people to be able to buy the NFTs, which is going to be the cosmetic items, including weapons, including player customizations. But of course, as we move on, as the game further develops and further expands in terms of participation, right? Expands in terms of players exploring the cosmetic items or improving their characters. So they would want something more. Now, we will increase the selection of the cosmetic items that we will make available on the platform as we move on. Now, player engagement and community. We have also thought about player engagement and community. Like, how is it that we're going to keep it check as we go on? The very focus of BitSniper is basically to provide rewarding and immersive experience for players, right? With a focus, of course, primarily on the gameplay, narrative, social interaction, player skill development, and updates. Now, with this system, what's going to happen is it's basically going to encourage the users or the players to use the chat rooms to actively interact with one another, to message boards and guiles, and which definitely will offer in-game rewards for virtual assets as well. Based on that interaction that you're going to have in order to make sure that player engagement and community is pretty hyped, we will be dropping, like how I said, the reward backing the random rewards. So these are what the random rewards are for. What the players are doing, how the community is operating. Based on their operations or interactions with the community members, we will be dropping random rewards. And those random rewards, again, will be fueled by transaction. Those small fee transactions I mentioned earlier, which is going to come from the native token transactions, in-game transactions, and a proportion of which, of course, will also come from the advertisements. Why? Because the play to earn that we have is sustainable in itself. It does not need any support from anything whatsoever. Now, scalability. We have AI and we have the blockchain, like how I initially mentioned. So AI is definitely going to enhance the gameplay as you move on. It's going to create more immersive environments, introducing new game modes. This is going to happen automatically, right? So this was what the beauty of AI basically is. Introducing new game modes, features, and content to keep players engaged. Now, if you're on a player, if you're on a field, what we did notice about earlier models, there was this play to earn model. I don't want to name it. It unfortunately crashed. So what they did is their fields did run dry from time to time, right? But with BitSniper, the fields are only going to get challenging as you move on, because the bots, the AI, basically are going to learn from player behavior, like how a player character actually operates. They're going to learn and they're going to accordingly improve themselves, right? So the next time you're going to have a battle with them, it's not going to look boring, or it's not going to look, okay, I'm feeling the same experience. It is definitely going to be challenging for you guys. About the blockchain, we definitely are an NFT based project. We have NFTs as one of the foundations of the game. So by adopting the blockchain technologies, it makes it easier for us to actually trade the unique in-game assets, and transparently trading, and players transparently trading those assets without any intermediaries on decentralized chain, which is the blockchain. So this was basically the revenue model that I wanted to cover. And one more thing pertaining to what one of the founders initially mentioned, that we are making the whole experience full of ease for its users. Now comes the one more challenge that we sort of reviewed, was the ease of swapping your bullet P tokens, right? You earn money, you won in a day. Now you don't have to wait to transfer it over to some other chain, from some other chain to this other chain, and then eventually get rewarded. So with bullet P token, there's going to be an on-platform swap function. There's going to be a section on the platform, on the game itself. You're going to have your bullet P tokens converted initially. We're selecting the famous ones, the stable coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we will definitely add more to that list as we go on. So you will have the ability to convert your reward tokens to stable coins and then fiat currency. Instantly, right? You don't have to worry about anything. Now, going on, I want to talk about the play to earn itself, which I did touch a little bit initially. So players, they're going to start by putting a certain number of tokens, which they can either earn or purchase. If you want to purchase, again, early bird on 25th, there's a discount that has been offered. You can purchase it there. Or if you want to earn it, the more tokens a player puts in, the higher the stakers and the potential rewards. So the more you put in, the higher the league that you select, the higher are going to be the returns. But of course, there's going to be higher risk, because on higher leagues, there will be better players. So as a suggestion, you would want to start from the lower leagues and start, getting hold of the game and then proceed accordingly. Again, we also have a staking function. We have AI, we have NFTs, we have the game itself, we have multiple revenue models. Why not the staking function, right? So we also incorporated the staking function because we see to the investors as two different categories. The first section is what we are interested in and what we will massively target in the coming days, which is the gamer category, right? So for that gamer category, you have the skills, you love the games, you know how to earn. Now for the investor category, we have specifically implemented the staking function for those people. They want to have a stake in the project. Based on analysis that I gave you, what the NFT play to earn blockchain project, how the growth looks like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the line. If you want to have a stake in a project that fixed all the issues, whatever were there with the play to earn, you can buy it and you can stake it and earn passive income while you see the game being developed even more engaging in an engaging manner and interactively, right? So moving forward is the in-game economy, like how the CEOs, the two CEOs already mentioned, was the dual tokens. We're going to have a bullet token, which is the native bullet token, right? And then we're going to have a bullet P, which is going to be on Polygon. Now, with Bullet P, it's going to be a reward token. You're going to enter the game. You're going to get the rewards. Now, the advantage of the dual token economy is that it allows the project to have a stable in-game economy while also providing an opportunity for investors to participate in the growth and success of the project. I actually read that off the white paper. It was beautifully written, right? So moving on is a usage of the NFTs. So I'm going to allow one of the members to basically touch on the NFTs, because our NFTs, what we have noticed with NFTs is that you earn them and that's it. You're gonna use their skills, whatever these skills the NFTs offer. But with BitSniper, the NFTs offer way much more than that. You can trade them, you can purchase them, you can basically equip them in order to give you a better edge out there in the battlefield. So the NFTs, as I said, can be a better weapon, can be maybe a better armor, can be a grenade. As I said, we will be adding more cosmetic items on the marketplace. It can be a laser, it can be anything. Everything related to whatever a soldier would need on the battlefield. Not only that, if you have 2 NFTs, this is something that we wanted to implement to make sure that we don't have NFTs lying around which users are not touching. Right? They they lack the power. The stakes were raised, the competition was raised, but then that particular NFT does not give it enough of the power to play. So we introduced this one more function, which is called the fusion of the NFTs. So if you have 2 NFTs, you can actively fuse them in order to create a unique one or a more powerful one. And then you can equip it and then just go right into that battlefield. Earning NFTs on the platform. Again, there is going to be giveaways, random rewards. It can be tokens, it can be NFTs, right? In-game NFTs. So based on based on the tiers that you will complete, based on the in-game challenges that you're going to complete, based on the leagues that you're going to climb all the way up to the top, based on that, based on your overall performance in the game, there's going to be airdrops. There's going to be rewards in NFTs to those holders, and they can use those NFTs, equip them, and then start battling in the league with the big G's, right? Moving on is the upgrade and minting, which I already explained, trading, the perks of the NFTs, which I said, it will give you unique abilities. It will give you the power of customizing your character, and it will also generate passive income. Now, touching a little bit on how it's going to generate your passive income, there are some NFTs, right, which if you mint and if you're lucky enough to get it, you are going to be getting a higher percentage. Percentage of in-game earnings, right? Or by offering exclusive rewards for holding the NFT for a certain amount of time. So that's how we have made the use of NFTs more exciting and more interactive, right? By introducing the fusion and everything. So touching a little bit on, I think this would call it. This would basically fill in all the details about the project. Is the use of artificial intelligence apart from the things that I mentioned we're going to use it for? So the customization. At times, it is going to be difficult for you to find the best fit for a character to make your character look appealing out there on the battlefield. Now we have also integrated the AI customization model, which you just have to click a button and the AI will itself upgrade your customize your player to the best fit. So that's one. The second one is user feedback, like how I earlier mentioned. There's going to be a feedback section. In game, right, wherein you will, after you play the game, you don't like specific thing, you can literally mention it. Based on the number of feedbacks we get, based on the review of the artificial intelligence, whatever it selects, that change will be implemented right then and there. This has never been done before. It's the first time that that BitSniper is trying to do this, right? Now the map design. I know we have multiple maps. We like to explore some snow terrains, some rocky terrains, but if it's the same thing over and over again, you somewhat, even if you're earning money, you just lose that interest. So what other thing the AI is going to do is it's going to make sure that the maps, right, the terrains are constantly evolving. To again, it can come from the user feedback, or it can come from itself constantly evolving in terms of which map or which set of maps is getting the most of the flow. It might even combine 2 maps and give you a third one wherein you're going to have both experiences. So this is the power of AI that sort of supports the BitSniper project. Now that should be it for this project, right? I wasn't able to do justice, if I'll have to say, because it is a 48-page read on the white paper. If you really want to know what's cooking for BitSniper, and whether it is a long-term grind, long-term development for the project, or it's just another play to earn scheme, You can literally find that in the amount of work that has been put on the white paper itself, the in-game trailers that you guys must have seen already because it was there on the post, and we are going to be releasing more and more as we get closer to the early bird as the pre-sale. You will have to have that hype element, right? So we're using that as well. Also, you can actively compare, right? You can compare, you can give us feedbacks from whatever we have seen and we have reviewed. I think this model, this version, BitSniper AAA rated, all the way from the graphics to the sustainability models to the different what do you call them? The different experiences that you're going to have in the game, and last but not the least, 80% of 80% of the transactions are going to be automated. Based on that, if you think that this is your game that you would like to be invested in for long term and see it evolving into something beautiful, again, I'm gonna take quick 5 minutes to explain this one thing, like what was in the mind of the founders or the core team members when they came up with this sort of system. We see how crypto is evolving. We see how crypto is basically challenging the traditional systems out there, right? When I say challenging, I'm going to take examples of XRP, XLM, XDC. They're literally challenging the traditional financial markets. And then from whatever we have seen, it definitely will onboard to the blockchain, and they will have a utility on the blockchain. And similarly, real estate being onboarded over to the NFTs, and now last but not the least, something that has been undervalued, which is play to earn, if done the right way, of course, would be the next thing that wherein the hype will be around, right? That is the idea behind us coming with this project, with all the changes and integrations that I mentioned, the other two core team members mentioned. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Okay, so yeah, we've got a few things to touch on now. One question, with the AI running, 80% of the transactions, is there any fail-safe set in place where, if something was to happen, if it was to, God forbid, like stop working, is there any fail-safe that you guys could go in manually and unclog transactions or whatever?
So, like the the diversity on the that we incorporated in the chains itself. We're dual chain, right? So it won't be difficult for us to basically power the transactions, or maybe like how you said, unclog the system by using the power of the next one. So having yourself on two chains, it basically provides security, an elevated level of security, both in terms of your liquidity on BSC and your reward transactions that's going to be transacted hundreds of thousands of times when the time comes on a daily basis on the Polygon P network. So this pretty much explains and solves that issue, that we're ever going to be halted, if that's what you were asking, or the whole operation will come, will be paused. That's not it. We have active switches in place, which we definitely will be sort of testing out going forward. As of right now, we just want to use a simple thing. I mean, if you want to call it simple, the dual thing that we have in place, if you want to call it simple, no problem. But as we move on, we're definitely going to try that out, like the switches from one chain to another, how one can power the other one.
Well, my question was mainly, what if the AI goes offline, and it's that's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The artificial.
We will
go ahead,
constantly keep track of what the AI is doing. We have people that will do that like 24/7. We'll have teams ready to keep track of what the AI is doing, and we can let's send it in the right direction if it's not going in the way that it is supposed to be. And also we have the power of the blockchain, so we can track everything that's happening, and we can tell the AI how it should work instead of what it's doing right now. And of course, we have we'll do audits on the project every now and then to make sure that everything is still up and running like how we were supposed to have it.
Okay. Now I have a question about the NFT models. So, people are able to purchase these NFTs, with their bullet P bullet, but
Yeah, and with the bullet P token, the bullet token on the Polygon chain. Yes.
yeah. Okay, so these NFTs, you get weapons, gear, armor, what have you, all that make you, that much better in the game. So, what is to stop somebody, a whale comes in and just gets all these NFTs and fuses them and just becomes, kind of, like invincible, because nobody else can afford to
In
get the
good.
armor
That's
that he has.
we basically have that's that's the only reason we introduced the league system. So based on the power of the character, you're assigned a particular league. You might start from low, but eventually you'll have to go to the higher leagues based on the power of character that you have. So it will be it won't be profitable for that particular person to compete in the lower leagues, right?
Right.
And based on based on like the number of NFTs you can equip, or the best token, the best machines there's going to be available for you. If if a particular whale takes all of those for himself, and if we get demand for those sort of NFTs, definitely those player will be given that chance.
Okay. So technically, it would be possible for them to, come in and kind of buy them all up
Yeah, but
and
they don't have any use case for it if nobody is going to play against them. Like if they get in the highest tier, nobody will ever be able to challenge them, and yeah, in the long term, it won't be profitable for them.
So for
okay,
each matchup, both parties, or however many parties there are, will need to accept the challenge.
right.
And if someone is winning all their games, people will be
Nobody's
able to
gonna.
see that. So
Yeah.
either they have to make the deal more interesting for people to challenge them, or they're never going to get challenged. So it's going to be that simple. It's just like
Okay.
Yeah, and in a certain
yeah.
way, like buying up all the NFTs because you're a whale and making it impossible for other people to ever win from you, and yeah, like ruining a bit of the sentiment in the game. We have an
hmm
anti-cheating system in place. We will keep track of what is happening in the game, and also how people like act in the game. And we will certainly if it's getting too bad, we will contact them and ask what they want to do about it. Like we want to keep it fun for everybody, and everybody should be able to play. And yeah, I don't really it could happen, but I don't see it happen, to be honest, because there will be no like long-term profitable model for them to do it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that does make sense.
If
What's
you'll
the
think,
point in having all that if just to look
yeah,
pretty
if you'll think,
and nobody?
uh, I'm sorry for interrupting. Yeah, if you'll think about it, there's a crocodile in a room. Nobody would want to go in that room, and the crocodile is not going to have a prey to eat upon, right? So that's sort of like that. And that tier level, wherever he's going to fit, right, or the league level, is sort of going to be empty. So it is better to distribute or disperse the amount of power that you have, and let alone, let your skill decide who wins at the end of the day. But yes, you do get
Yeah.
upper hand in terms of the equipment that you have.
All right.
But
And
still, the upper hand that you have with the equipment, that should never make like more than 10-20% of the difference. Like skill will always be have the upper hand on than an NFT. You won't get overpowered weapons or overpowered armor that can never be destroyed if you have the biggest NFTs. That won't be fair. We want to build
right.
something fair and fun for everybody to enjoy, and most important, like everybody should make at least a little bit of money playing this.
Right. Okay, perfect. So there's no up down, left right A B cheat codes that they can
No,
use
no.
to play the game.
I mean, check your DMs. Check your DMs. I have something special for you. No, I'm kidding. Those
um,
old GTA cheat codes.
that was actually I think that was the Contra cheat code. I haven't played video games since like Sega Genesis. So,
Oh wow, OG.
yeah. um, all right. So on the what's the limits going to be on some of these NFTs? Are they going to be to make them more rare and more valuable on the secondary market? And where is the secondary market going to be?
Yeah, so we will have like different rarities, so to say. We will have like special editions for people that have done some special things in the game, for example. Can't disclose too much about it, but we will also have like common NFTs, like Cuckoo told about grenades. They will be NFTs that you use in the game, so they will be destroyed if you use them. Um, yeah, it will give you an upper hand, but it will cost you like a little bit of money. But in the end, you will earn it back. But then again, we will also have like different tiers. So if you have a really cool looking helmet, for example, like a pink helmet with white spots or whatever, you can also trade it on our own marketplace. So people can bid on it or buy it at a amount you put in, like the same as on OpenSea. But we are also trying to get partnerships with OpenSea to be able to let people trade their NFTs there.
Perfect. So you are going to have your own marketplace where people can
Yeah.
market their
Yeah.
NFTs. All
So
right,
there will
awesome.
be like NFT auctions. Once in a while, we auction off limited edition NFTs or just normal NFTs. We have to really think about it. Like the sky's the limit of what we can do, but we want to make it so that people can buy NFTs and trade and sell it on our platform, but they also free to use other platforms if they want. We want to make it, like I said, easy to use and open for everybody. And if we can go in partnerships with different platforms like OpenSea, we have more exposure and it will be easier for people to start playing the game and also buy and sell NFTs.
Awesome. All right. So, these NFTs have the potential to, the floor price on these could potentially increase a lot depending on the rarity and the
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
popularity of the game.
Yes.
Okay. See, I try to look at things more from just the investing and the potential return instead of, I mean, the game is awesome, but you in the end, we're all here to make money.
Of course, yes, that's the main goal of the game for everybody. Like Niels and I told before, we are gamers at heart. So we have played a lot of games, and we came to the conclusion that it's not always fair that the little guy playing Call of Duty at night only pays for playing the game, but he also should be able to make money out of it. So if you play a lot and you earn some cool NFTs, why not sell them for a profit to someone who wants your NFTs? So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so with the secondary market, is there going to be any fees collected for the sale, the transfer of these NFTs? That
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we have to think about how much is fair. It will depend on also on user feedback. Of course, we want to listen to what people say. If we are too expensive, we will change the fees. But again, yeah, it's like the core model for us to make it possible to pay the player. So yeah,
Mhm.
there will be fees on the NFTs, of course, because yeah, the game should be sustainable.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah, definitely.
uh, adding a little bit to that, like about the fees, right? Um, Based on the review, we said that the other models were being transacted a lot, but the returns were not that much. The players were not seeing the difference at the amount at which they were being charged taxes, right, on their transfers or on their transactions. But if you see an active implication of the transactions or the fees collected, I don't think the players will mind because it will only make the platform better. And once the platform is better, which in turn will increase adoption, which in turn will increase the price of the NFTs or the overall gameplay or the in-game rewards that they're going to get. So all of this thing with BitSniper is connected. You're going to get charged a certain percentage, which is only going to ensure that you earn more or there is a more wider area for you to explore. So that's the thing. And also this one thing I want to talk about, because I've played a lot of play to earn games, a lot of them. And there was this one play to earn game which operated on its own. It was called Bomb Crypto. The only thing you had to do was just press the green button, and then it used to do the things itself. And that play to earn game did over $80 million in total market cap. You had to do nothing. I mean, as crazy as it gets, right, in the space.
My kind of game.
Um, yeah, I did play it. I did play it for a long time. Like how Zelbo mentioned, like we want to give it back to the investors. Talking about the other games, I'm not going to name any. Now, what the trend with other games is, players don't earn based on their, from the game or from the developers of those games or from the organization backing that game. They'll have to find other means of generating passive income. For example, if you're too good at Call of Duty, you'll have to go online, stream on Twitch, stream on YouTube, and based on the number of views or donations is when you're going to start earning. But with BitSniper, we are trying to change that sentiment. You will be paid based on your skill. You don't have to find any other platform. And if you do, that's +1 for the passive income that BitSniper will offer.
Right. Yeah. And speaking of that, so as far as marketing this game goes, have you been in touch with any gamers? Any that have their Twitch streams um, that are going to
That's
be,
actually
playing this and marketing it to their communities.
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. So, as I said initially, we are targeting gamer community primarily, but of course,
Hmm.
investors are welcome as well. About the gamer community, right? Um, we are reaching out to game influencers. We already have reached out to Asia's #1 Free Fire player, right? We already reached out to him. He has a YouTube channel, but I mean, we had an agreement with him. But the problem is that the place where he's from, they don't play Free Fire. I mean, the government has restricted playing Free Fire, right?
Hmm.
Um, which resulted in restriction of his account. So we are still actively in talks with him, as in how we will have him sort of do the ambassador stuff for the game, and not only him. We have many. Many game enthusiasts and sort of game influencers all over the world, and this is something that is in the loop for us to, sort of do in the short term. Reach out to those people, give them a working demo. As soon as they have the demo, they're going to play the game, and then which is definitely going to increase the exposure by a whole lot. So yes, that's something that's there, and using the usual platforms. I mean, using the usual ways of sort of promoting your project. I mean, we have booked all the massive channels, whatever they are. I mean, all the way from the massive channels, the effective channels, Astro Lounge, the first one, the other channel that you can think of, the massive ones. We have booked those as well. We are going to be having collaborations with YouTubers. We're going to be having collaborations with Twitter influencers. We have a partnership with, I mean, a good platform, and 50% of those deals will come from that partnership. And
Yeah.
I mean that. So yeah, we are very well exposed as of right now, and we're only planning on increasing and moving forward.
Awesome. All right. So, that kind of touches on the external marketing, because I think, this definitely needs to be marketed into the gaming sector, and, possibly turn them into investors as well. So, what about any like print, like gamer magazines or anything like that?
So taking the exposure out there to the real world, you're basically hitting the nail right on the head with this next question. I mean, you did a very beautiful follow up. So about the real world exposure, right? As I earlier mentioned, we have a merchandise. I mean, revenue model. One of the revenue models is merchandise. So we're definitely gonna release some beautiful merchandise, because so far whatever merchandise we have seen in association with soldiers is camouflage, right? That's it. You see
Hmm.
camouflage t-shirts, camouflage um, shorts or pants or whatever it is. So we are trying to take it to a slightly higher level by introducing other designs which relates to soldiers or battlefield tanks, airplanes. So by having that production live, and as well as a physical store in place, we will actively be advertising our product as well. There's going to be a dedicated corner where whoever is going to come and buy that thing, they will be educated about the project and actively told about how the industry is changing, how you can act full time from your chair, from your office, just by playing this game. And about magazines, that's something that we definitely will have to think about. And thank you for that suggestion. I mean, if Zelbo or Zero, you might have already explored that area of the magazines and etc. etc. You can.
Yeah, like we said, we want to first of all do something back to the gaming community, but also as you mentioned, make the gamers investors. But
Hmm.
also we want to make investors gamers. So we like to combine the best of the two worlds, and of course we need exposure in the, let's say, real world for that. Uh,
Yeah.
but we also think it's really important that people are going to talk about it to friends. It's the best and easiest way of doing marketing, by make someone excited for your project and let him tell it to his friends, and then we'll be happy to uh, you tell those people the same story and make them excited too. So yeah, it's something we have to think about, but yeah, doing it in the real world seems yeah, we have to do that, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Real world marketing, especially to the gamers, the gaming sector. That's probably going to be, you know,
Yeah, and they
bringing
Also,
are
the
hard to
most,
please. We
because
know gamers are hard to please, because we are gamers ourselves. Yeah,
yeah,
you
because
have to
yeah, at the
bring
end of the
triple A
day,
to get.
yeah,
Yeah, of
at the
course.
end of the day, just for the investors, they need, you have to have volume. You have to have people playing the game. So bringing the gamers in is, the main revenue model for the token holders. So uh,
Yes, you are right.
nobody
Right.
is.
Yeah, but like I said, we want to make the investors a little bit more player, and we want to make the
Hmm.
players a little bit more investor. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
and I think
it's as
you're.
well. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Papa. So it's as well. I mean, it's an easy thing to basically set up a contest, right? So that's something that's there in the loop as well, along with
Mm.
teaming up with gaming influencer. So we can have contests, right? Real world contests, real world gaming events, wherein we're gonna properly have a stage set. I mean, in the colors of BitSniper, and then have invite players from around that area, or just what do you call, updating on the website, and then just advertise it actively. So that real world event, gaming event, that we possibly will have, is as well going to give it a good exposure out there in the real world. And yes, there are so many other ways that we will explore in time, since it is a long-term struggle, long-term development process. Like how you said, the difficult part is to get the gamers. So we believe that in order to get the gamers, we'll have to show what we have created. So exposure and marketing and advertisement is something, which basically is there in every project, is in the foundation of the project itself, to make it go long term. So yeah, definitely, more will come, more plan will be in place for sure.
All right, awesome. And so let's go back to the investors. How are they going to be staking their BSC tokens? Is there going to be a fee going into staking? Is there going to be a lock period? Any tax to unstake or harvest?
Yeah, okay. So we will have a staking pool on our website. You have to pay the transaction fee to go in, and also pay the transaction fee to go out, because it will be an on-chain transaction. But as of now, we are looking like for different types of staking pools. Like you have the one you can put in your amount of tokens in, and you can release it within 24 hours, but your API will be lower. But we are also looking to build some staking pools where you put in your tokens for a set amount of time, let's say a week, a month, half a year maybe. And based upon how long you will are willing to stake your tokens, your API will be higher. So yeah, that's what we are looking to do as of now. Plans can change, but first of all, yeah, like I said, we will start with a staking pool that you can release your tokens from within 24 hours. After 24 hours. But we're also looking for a locked period of times.
Okay. All right. So just there is no like deposit fee. It's just gas.
Yeah, it's
So
just
you're
just a
paying
transaction fee, and once again, we want to make it easy, accessible, and also it should be profitable for the little guy that puts in a few dollars. It shouldn't be that he has to pay more to put in his tokens and to take them out than he can earn based upon the API. So yeah, as of for now, it only the transaction fee.
Okay. Awesome.
Because like staking the token will already bring a lot of positivity to the project, because those tokens will be out of circulation, and
Mhm.
that will cause buying pressure instead of selling pressure. So it will profit the project either way. So we don't have to have high taxes on putting the tokens in the staking pool and taking them out. That's not necessary.
All right. Awesome. So the staking rewards, those are going to be in the native token. So they'll
Yes.
stake their bullet and get bullet.
Yeah,
Okay.
it will. You get bullet back. Yes, and the API will be based upon the fees that are generated by the protocol in a certain amount of time. So we have to figure out how it's going to run, and how much we can like promise. It will be a process of iteration and finding the right spot of how much we can give back to the community and still be able to continue the marketing development and doing upgrades on the project. So yeah, it will be something that will get better in the long run. We have to find the sweet spot.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, you're not going to know yet,
No,
how
you
sustainable it'll
can
be.
do
So,
calculations about it, but it has to be something that you have to test in the real life and see
mhm.
what's happening, and based upon that we will do changes and make it better every time.
All right, that's perfect, man. I think we've covered just about everything. Um, just a quick summary. You had a small private sale, and what was left from that private sale, you guys are going to do the early bird sale, which is going to
Exactly.
start on the
Yes.
25th. So,
Yes.
um, so there's not much room to get in on that early bird sale, with only 5% that was allocated to the whole thing with the private
Yeah, we
sale.
only have a few tokens left. Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
The next possibility for investors and also once again the players to buy this token at a discount is on the early bird. Sorry, on the Pixel Fair launch,
Fair launch. Yep.
and that will start on May 2nd on the Pixel website. So that's you only have like a small chance of buying some tokens, and after that you can participate in the fair launch.
Awesome. And is there going to be any vesting for those tokens, for the early bird tokens?
For the early bird tokens, I mean, since there's not um, that much amount of percentage left, anyways,
Mhm.
so I mean, we might not choose the vesting, right, for those tokens, because they won't be affecting the price at that level. And if
Right.
you are in the early bird, from whatever we have planned, we are pretty confident that they would want to hold the token for higher gains. Because there's one more thing I wanted to mention is that with BitSniper, you're going to see how actively everything is shared in the Telegram channel, on Discord, on Twitter, all the way from how much revenue was generated, what part of that revenue was spent where, and what development were made to come, were made to come to fruition from spending that expenditure. Right, actively, an active track of the development will be shared with the community, because we believe that, of course, it is the community and it's the investors that build a project. And if we have a passion towards building something durable, something that's going to grow massively going forward, that transparency is very important, because we want the investors, the community members, to feel as secure and as calm, panic free throughout the whole journey as possible. The only way is open the door, open the windows, let them peek inside, let them see what all is going. And yes, early bird is your chance to get a discount on your tokens, right? It can be more, it can be less, depending on what the fair sale is going to raise. Because from whatever we have planned, I think it's going to be. We're looking forward to a very bullish fair sale. But for the early bird on 25th, this could be the chance for you to, have your stake, or something in the game.
So is that going to be the early bird? Is it just going to be first come, first serve public, or is there going to be whitelist for that?
It's
No
going to be
whitelisting on the it's the first come
first come,
first
first
buy.
serve.
There's no whitelist on it, and that's also because we want to give the people the chance to buy it really quick,
Hmm.
and the people that are in this call right now, and also the people that are already in our Telegram group, they already have shown us a lot of support, and therefore we want to offer them tokens at a discount.
All right, perfect. Well, I guess just going to be the fastest fingers, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is like? Is there a minimum or a maximum contribution? Is this going to be on like a Google form?
Sorry, can you repeat it again?
Is there a minimum or maximum contribution for the early bird? And is it going to be done, kind of like a private sale on a Google form?
Oh no, there is no minimum or maximum someone can buy, but you have to keep in mind that it's profitable with the fees. Like if you buy for like let's say 10 cents in BUSD
Well, yeah.
or in that's not profitable. So yeah.
Okay. But I could potentially throw in 10 BNB.
Yes, that's possible. Yeah, we want to keep it open. If one big investor can come in, he's able to do it. But we think we'll have a lot of different people that are going to buy our token. So yeah.
And what's left of that 5%? What is the hard cap on the early bird? How much
It
is
will
the
be
max
around
bet?
somewhere around 50K
Okay,
dollars.
so there's
Based upon
still,
we have different prices for different amount of the more you buy, the cheaper the token gets. We can share it in the group. Like we have a table for it. So
yeah.
yeah, based upon how much if we get a lot only small investors, and we say small less than like 0.1 BNB, we will have a higher cap. If we only get big guys like 5 BNB plus, we have a lower cap. So yeah, the price will be determined based upon how much BNB you will buy.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, drop that in the chat, the tier level, so
Will do.
people
Yeah.
know, um, they can base their investment off of that. Everybody wants
Yeah,
to
yeah, of course. Yeah,
get a better deal.
of course. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think, like I said, I think we have covered just about everything. I'm going to open it up. If anybody has any questions, any of the listeners have any questions, please come on up and ask. Is there anything I did not ask?
I think you pretty much covered everything. We pretty much dissected inside out.
Yeah, we can do some community questions if they want. If someone has a question, they can ask it here, and if we cannot answer it right now, they are welcome to join our Telegram or our Discord. And yeah, we can answer the question there. But we also, if some questions come in, we can answer them.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see if something comes up.
Yeah, and in the meantime, I want to add to the early bird sale. So these tokens will not be locked for any amount of time. However, private sale tokens will be locked. So the early bird is a really
Okay.
special opportunity for the very early contributor.
Okay. All right. Cool. So
You can hear me?
yeah,
A very limited amount. So
yeah.
that's the other side.
Okay, you have mentioned that you will have like a NFT marketplace. So like, and also you have said that there will be auction for NFTs. So will everyone will participate in this auction, or only like some verified artist can participate it on this auction?
Yeah, we really have to think about that. Maybe we do like auctions that are only available for certain tiers, so we give back to the players. But as of for now, we want to do like open auctions where everybody has the same chance of buying a NFT that's up for auction.
Okay, awesome. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, I think I think the way you just said, I think that would make it more fair and give people a better opportunity to get up into those higher tiers. Um, getting the same opportunity to bid on those NFTs that could possibly.
Yeah, exactly. Once again, we have to make it possible for the normal guy that loves playing games to earn some money while playing, and we certainly don't want only the wheels to profit from this. So yeah.
Perfect. Are there any other questions? Going once, going twice. And I think we have asked them all. All right.
Pretty
Awesome.
much, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's you guys give some closing statements, and we can wrap this up. Just one last call to action. Why should people buy, the early bird? Why should people buy the fair launch? Why should people invest in BitSniper?
Well, if you want to get a discount on your tokens, that would essentially make you a part of this revolution that we have got going in BitSniper. We are yet to release a play version, which is going to happen shortly after we launch. So we have worked massively on developments, worked massively on partnerships. We are working massively on partnerships, on exposure. We have come up with the best stable model there can ever be built. I won't say ever built, but that has been built so far in this space is within BitSniper. And if you want to be a part of it, you're welcome to buy the early bird sale. As we said, we want to give the investors an opportunity to buy those tokens at a discount. Thank you.
All right, guys. It has been great having you on here. I'm excited to see what this can do. Again, I'm not a gamer, but this looks like a game that I would like to try out anyways. If not, I'll just stake on the BSC side and collect the money that way.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, thank you for having us, and yeah,
Yeah.
offering
It's
up your
a
time
pleasure.
to have us here. We really appreciate it, and yeah. Also,
Yeah, of course.
thanks to everybody here in the chat listening to our story, and we hope to see you in our Telegram group and have a game with you in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Everybody, please go, join their TG, check out their socials, hit up the Discord. I know a lot of people probably on here aren't even on Discord, but yeah, go check out the Discord. Which, by the way, I haven't actually checked out the Discord. Is it pretty active over there too?
It's quite active. We are just building the Telegram for it now, but once the game is released, the transition will go to Discord because all the players,
Yep.
all the gamers are in Discord. So yeah, Discord will be more active once we have released the game.
100%. Yeah, gamers. Discord was made for gamers. So
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. That does make a lot of sense. So the main community right now is in Discord, and you're just building up the TG now.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, all right, cool. All right, guys. This has been another awesome AMA Astronaut Lounge, BitSniper. Really cool P2E game. Please go check out their socials. Hit up the TG. If you have any questions, ask them in my chat, in their chat. Just you can ask them wherever.
Yeah, we're here for you guys.
Thank you,
All
thank you,
right.
Poppa. Thank you, Astro
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. And guys, hang on one second.